Dan Radiostyle. Hope everybody out there's having themselves a great day. You are all a bunch of manifesting machines. And I know a lot of you out there, you use a lot of techniques, right? That's the big thing. A lot of people have studied techniques. I've done a bunch of videos on techniques, and there are many of them. But what's funny, as I've kind of become pretty successful, and certainly at what I've done, I'm not trying to brag, I'm just trying to say this manifesting works. And as I've moved through it, I've actually kind of stopped doing techniques. Now, I'm not saying techniques are bad. No, definitely not. But what I am saying is techniques aren't needed. And this is one of the most important things that I think I need to try to help people understand in the manifesting world right now. I know there's a lot of us trying to manifest maybe relationships, trying to manifest maybe more money into your life. Maybe you're trying to manifest a new job. Maybe you're trying to manifest better health. Well, there's a lot of mistakes that we make after we do the technique. You see, we spend all this time on the technique. We spend all this time visualizing. We spend all this time feeling, living from this as if the wish is fulfilled. We do this, maybe we spend 10 minutes on it, maybe we spend half an hour, maybe we spend an hour, maybe we spend more every day doing these techniques. And then we stop doing the technique, and then we go off into our day. And that's where a lot of our problems begin. You see, manifesting works 100% of the time. And if what you're trying to manifest is not occurring, it's not the technique, my friends. It is definitely not the technique. It's not that you're doing the technique wrong. It's not that you're missing some step in the technique. No, the technique you're doing is perfect, admirable, wonderful. Keep doing what you're doing. That's not what's causing you the problem. The problem is the second you're done doing the technique. And that is when you start to have problems. Let me explain. Everybody out there has thoughts that happen throughout the day, right? Things pop into your head, right? Every time we have conversations with certain people, we talk about ourselves, we talk about what we're up to, and sometimes there's actions. We're deciding whether or not we should maybe buy that new outfit because I've got a job interview coming up, or maybe I should wait because I don't have the money right now. It is what you think and what you say and what you do that manifests. The techniques are meant to help focus your thoughts, your words, and your deeds towards the thing that you're trying to create. But it's your thoughts, words, and deeds that actually do the manifesting for you. And that's one of the most important things about manifesting. Again, a sidestep here, but important nonetheless. The techniques are meant to demonstrate to you and I that what we think, say, and do, our consciousness, who we are as a person, what we think, say, and do, directly impacts the life we experience, the life we create. And of course, when we're working with another individual and co-creating, it matters what both of us are focused on, but we'll try to keep it simple for the moment. It's your thoughts, your words, your deeds that create your world. And if your world is not showing what you would like it to show you, then it's probably your thoughts, your words, and your deeds that are failing you. So for example, you finish your technique. You're trying to bring maybe health into your life, right? Maybe you've got something that's unhealthy, something going on, something you'd like to see change. So you do your techniques. You imagine living in the wish fulfilled. You imagine being healthy. You imagine what it would be like to be healthy. And then you stop doing the technique and you walk away. And 4 seconds later, you start feeling the pain. Or 4 seconds later, you start thinking about it. I don't know if this is going to work. I wonder if this is going to work. I don't know. A lot of people say this is crazy. A lot of people think I'm crazy for thinking this way. If these are the thoughts going through your mind, then you're doubting everything you did in your technique. You're undoing everything that you just did moments ago with your thoughts and your words and your deeds. You talk to people and they're like, how's your health? How's it going? Well, it's okay. I guess I'm kind of feeling sort of better, I guess, right? You're trying to say positive things, but really your words are not speaking true to that. Your words are actually implying that there's still sickness. Now, again, maybe you're feeling it, maybe you're not. I get it. But by focusing on it in any way, shape, or form, you continue to have it there. The only way to make something truly go away, by the way, is to stop looking at it. And my perfect proof of this, think of anything that exists in the world. Well, let's put it this way. Anything that doesn't exist in the world, do we ever talk about it? Do we ever bring it up? Do we ever bring up things that aren't actually around? No. You don't talk about things that don't exist. Yet, when we're trying to get rid of something, we tend to focus on it and think that's somehow going to make it go away, and it doesn't. So the key is to focus on what it's like to be healthy. What was it like when you didn't have any ailment? How did you feel? How did you act? What were the things you were doing? These are the thoughts that you want to continue to have. These are the thoughts that are going to continue to help you. What are actions? Well, say, for example, maybe you are a little sick. Maybe you've got cancer and you're working through it. Well, here's the thing. One thing you can do is plan yourself a vacation coming in the future. Think about where you'd like to go, what you'd like to experience. Many of us be like, well, but Dan, I'm not healthy. Nah, that's my point. Focus on what you would do if you were healthy, not on this underlying problem that you're trying to manifest your way out of. Again, the techniques work beautiful for the little while you do them, and then the rest of the day starts. What about wealth? How many of us do the manifestation techniques? We imagine wealth coming. We see it raining dollars on us. We imagine the things that we're going to buy, which is usually a better approach to go towards, by the way. Imagine the thing that the money is going towards, not the money itself. Money is transitory. Money's not even real, frankly. It's a transitory thing. It's meant to get you from point A to point B. It's meant to get you from I don't have this to I do have this. That's all money's really for. Just having a bunch of money doesn't do anything for you unless you put it to work, right? So you imagine all these great techniques. You imagine how wealth is coming towards you. And then you stop doing the techniques and you instantly start having those same types of poor thoughts. Oh, I don't have any money. Oh, I can't afford my bills. Oh, I can't do this. And you put yourself right back into that same mindset that's created what you're experiencing. And maybe you're not going to get that new outfit that you need for the interview because I don't really have it. Maybe we'll wait until next week. We'll see if we can get some money to manifest in, right? But you're very focused on what you don't have. Rather than knowing that if I actually put a couple dollars forward, maybe you're careful in what you buy. You don't go out and buy like, Versace or some crazy thing like that. But you get yourself something that looks nice, is affordable, maybe even go to like a thrift store or something. Right? Because I get it. There's limitations, but at the same time, you've got to think big. You've got to do actions that support big. And when you're talking to your friends, you've got to talk about how you're moving in these directions to increase things. I had a conversation with my accountants not long ago, and things are, this year it's down a little compared to the last two. Still fantastic, no complaints, but it's a little different. And having that conversation with my accountant was fun. And I had to, of course, kind of preface it more in here are the things I'm doing that's actually expanding and actually help creating additional avenues for me. So again, it's how you think about what you're doing. It's how you speak about what you're doing. And it's how you do what you're doing that does the manifestation. When you stay focused on negative thoughts and negative experiences, and that's what you keep in your mind, that is what you will keep in your consciousness. That is what you will keep in your real life. What about relationships? Maybe there's a specific person that you're after, right? And you do the techniques and you imagine you guys together. You imagine romance. You imagine the love. You feel it. You send thought transmissions, all of these great things. And then you stop the technique. And then what? Do you constantly check your phone? Did he text me? Is he here? Do you question? He didn't text me. Of course he didn't text me. He's not going to text me. Why would he text me? He was... Right? We start to destroy everything we did during the technique. Is that how you're going to manifest more of this time with this individual? No. In fact, you're going to continue to keep that separation because that's what you are talking about. That's what you keep thinking about. That's what you keep speaking about. Just because something doesn't exist right now, you've got to know that this manifesting works. If you doubt that, like I've always said before, kind of go back to the basics. But once you get the basics done, once you realize, oh, wow, I've been able to affect signals, or the beach ball is one of my favorites, or I've been able to actually impact my life. I've been able to get people to reach out to me that I haven't talked to in a long time. You've proven the techniques work. Now it's an issue of putting it into practical use and utilizing it to help manifest your dreams. Sometimes your dreams, just coming up with dreams is tough. We're not wired for that sometimes. But again, many of us have things we'd like and that we desire, and we're trying to work towards. So relationships are a very important thing. One, there is a secondary person involved, and it's the energies that we're sending between them. So say, for example, maybe you're jealous of them. I want them back, but I'm jealous of them. I'm upset with them. Maybe they're dating somebody else. And so it's really hard to disconnect that feeling of anger. Oh, they're with that person. Well, that is destroying your opportunity to be together. You're sending an ugly kind of energy. You are not, as I've said before, spraying your rainbow on them, right? You're not letting them experience your true colors, your true beauty. You're not. You're still holding on to some of these resentments, some of these negative thoughts, some of these thoughts that are actually holding you back from the things that you desire. Only because maybe you're grumpy, maybe you're angry, and these are the things that you actually need to work through. That's why relationships are challenging in and of themselves. It's not so much just manifesting an individual. I know there's a lot of people that believe that everyone's just you pushed out, and I'm not trying to say that's not necessarily true. I've done a bunch of stuff on Neville Goddard, but my understanding of that's very different. Everyone is you pushed out because you project onto people. So you'll imagine that you're not good enough. You'll imagine that that they're interested in other people, that whatever. You'll put things on them that they haven't necessarily told you. So it's not necessarily even true. So sometimes we project onto other people things that aren't necessarily part of our reality. What's important is to be the greatest, best person you know how to be. That's the thing that either A, they were attracted to begin with, or B, the thing they will be attracted to. So what are you doing to help improve that if it's a relationship you're after? You see, it's not just having them talk to you, but there's got to be magic from them and you once that discussion starts to happen. Once you actually get into proximity with each other and talk face to face, then what? Or maybe once you get that text message and you start that conversation, then what? It is who you are as an individual that is going to win in the end. So again, what are you doing? What are you saying that's helping make that a better catch, a better person? Maybe going to the gym, maybe getting some better looking clothes. Maybe there's something that you've been doing that you should stop doing that's not making you look attractive. But consider your options, consider the actions you should do. And finally, jobs. The thing that many of us try to manifest better situations. Maybe we're in a job right now we don't particularly like. Maybe we've got a boss right now we don't particularly like. And so we're trying to manifest a new job. Do all the techniques, you do all the amazing stuff. Imagine the wish fulfilled. See yourself interviewing, see yourself successfully shaking hands. And then you stop doing the technique, and then what? I hate my boss. My boss sucks. Blah, 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 blah. And yet here you are wanting your boss to approve you for another job or to get you into another department, and ultimately it requires them to sign off on it. And here you are sending all sorts of unhealthy thoughts about your boss towards them. Thought transmissions. So now when your boss thinks of you, they think of somebody, they don't like me, or I don't really like them, because that's the energy you send back to them. And you're going to continue to experience this separation from this job that you would like to get within the company you're in. Or maybe you've got kind of a, no one will ever hire me. I'm too old. I'm too much this. I'm too much that. Well, again, whenever you get in an interview, and this is what you've got in your mind because this is what you keep thinking, when you do have that interview, you'll likely fail because of what you keep thinking and what you keep saying. Yeah, you did the technique. You just got yourself in front of the individual. But because of your lack of positive thoughts, lack of belief, lack of any of the things that you've got to have on a regular basis, you may not get that job. You may not do well on that interview. You may actually not look as good as the person that just came in before you or comes in just after you because you're not thinking and saying and doing things that push you towards your goals. You are the best person for the job. You are the best choice. That's what you've got to tell yourself over and over. I am the best choice. Why wouldn't he choose me? Of course he will. I'm awesome. I deserve it. I've been with this company. I've got a lot of experience, and I'm really good at what I do. Boom. You keep those thoughts going, and that's going to push you in the direction that you want to go. Don't let bad choices, don't let that fork in the road of thought, don't let that destroy your dreams. Go to your dream city. Don't go to the crap city. Go to your dream city. Be your dream city. Say and talk about your dream city, because that is you. You are your dream city. You are the relationship. You are the job. You are the wealth, and you are the health. Be it. Say it. Do it. Think it. That is how you get it to happen. The techniques are only meant to focus your thoughts, words, and deeds. When you stop the technique and then don't do anything about your thoughts, words, and deeds, you're undoing all the hard work you've been putting into this. Manifestation works 100% of the time. If you're not seeing what it is you desire, it's because you're sabotaging yourself. It's not the technique. It's not that manifesting doesn't work. It's that you have to look inward at what you're doing differently that's keeping you from your goals. Never give up, never surrender, and keep pushing forward. Your dreams are in reach. Dan Radiostyle.